Today we want to talk about investing in Thailand. Welcome to Thailand Lifestyle. I'm Odin. I'm alone today because Nan is working and our subject today does not involve Nan. As an expat, investing in Thailand offers real opportunities, but also real risks. In this video we break down what you must know before you put your money anywhere. Thailand continues to attract expats with its rich culture, low cost of living and beautiful landscapes. But beyond the lifestyle, many are asking, should I invest here too? The short answer is yes, but do it with open eyes. Investing in Thailand isn't the same as investing in your home country, but the rules, the risk and the returns are different. When you come to Thailand, you will have some idea how you want to live here. Some of you have their pensions coming from overseas. Some of you earned their pension themselves and have them in some bank account, in some investment. And some of you might think, should I invest money in Thailand or not? Like, the first thing is, do I rent a condo or do I buy a condo? I mean, first of all, you should rent a condo for sure. But after a while, when you know where you want to live, in which area, and if you enjoy it there, it might be a good idea to buy, because it will end up much cheaper. And of course, it will be something you can give to your children or to your wife. Some people invest in stock market, some people invest in cryptocurrency and in government bonds or whatever. These are things I don't cover because I have no idea. I'm not somebody who wants to give you advice for things I don't know. I just tell you what I did. If you think, for example, to self-insure, because old people have difficulties to find a health insurance or something to secure their medical cost, then it might be a good idea to invest here in Thailand. A friend of mine, he sold his house and he invested all his money in gold. And this was the best investment he ever did in his life, because this was about 2 or 3 years ago. And if you see what happened to the gold price, he doubled his money in this time. So if you are lucky like this, and if you want to invest for your health insurance, to invest this money in gold is a good idea, because it is easy to turn into money again when you need it fast. I also invested some money in some condos, which I rent out. But of course, this will give you a little bit of work. The thing was, I had a life insurance in Germany, and then the day came when they paid out the life insurance. And the question is, what do I do with the money? And the insurance company, they said, okay, we can turn this into a pension. And I asked them, how much do you pay me per month? And they told me, and I decided, okay, send the money to me. So they paid out the full amount, and from this amount I bought some condos, which was a very good investment, because if it would be in a pension, this pension would stop the day I die. But I have children, and the condos, which pay much more than what the insurance would have paid, these condos my children can inherit, and also my wife will get one. If you invested your money any clever way, please tell us in the comments below, because I'm sure all our audience want to know. I think how to invest money clever is something everybody wants to know. So please help us. Give us your expert help. All of you have a bank account where you keep the money you need for your visa. I have a fixed deposit bank account, but this gives you little to nothing on return. It just sits there all year and, well, it keeps your money for the visa. So you know that the money with a bank account doesn't give you much. It is better to invest the money you need and to invest it in a way that you get a good return. The return on the investments of my condos is between 6 and 10%, which is quite high. But I looked a long time to find a very good location. I invested into older buildings and I renovated the rooms well. So they have a very high occupancy, and I very seldom have people moving out. To come to this point took me quite some time. I had 2 condos I sold again because they were difficult to rent out. So the most important point when you buy a condo, besides the price and the quality of the condo, is the location. Actually, the location is the point number 1. And my best condo I just saw, I saw it was good and I say, I take it. And like 10 minutes later, somebody else wanted to buy it. But I was lucky, I had it already. And this one has a return from over 12%, which sounds unbelievable, but it's true. Now, let's talk about the lesser known but very Thai investment, gold. Gold is deeply ingrained in Thai culture. You'll find gold shop in every city, and the country has a high liquid gold market. For many Thais, gold isn't just jewelry, it's savings. Expats can buy and sell gold easily in Thailand. You'll typically deal in 96.5% purity. That's higher than the 91.6 common in the West. Prices are based on the daily rate published by the Thai Gold Traders Association, and shops charge a small premium. Why is it important? Because gold in Thailand is a liquid asset. You can walk into gold shops, sell it the same day. No complex paperwork, no waiting for a buyer. If you are looking for a hedge against inflation and currency volatility, Thailand's gold market can be a smart, accessible option. Before you invest in anything, understand the legal tax landscape. Thailand does have double taxation agreements in many countries, including the UK, Australia, parts of the EU. But Americans beware, you still have to report global income to the IRS. If you stay in Thailand for 180 days or more in a calendar year, you are likely to be considered a tax resident, and you may be taxed on foreign income that's remitted to Thailand. The law here is still developing. Always consult an accountant or a tax advisor. I am just talking what I heard. I'm not an advisor. I don't give you advice. I just give you something to think about and to consider. Unfortunately, too many expats get burned by jumping into investments they don't fully understand. Here are the most common mistakes. Buying into overpriced condos, developments marketed only to foreigners, entering handshake business deals without proper contracts, not understanding Thai inheritance or property transfer laws, trusting financial advisors who earn big commissions selling poor investment products. Don't assume everything works like back home. In Thailand, doing proper due diligence is not optional, it's essential. Of course, I have my own experience. When buying and selling property, you learn a lot. But luckily, I got never burned because I did not buy into any leasehold. I just bought freehold. With leasehold, things are much more complicated, and I don't need this. I want to be really the owner of the property. One scam is they tell you that you have like a 10 or 12% return on your investment, and they guarantee it. They say, oh, we find a customer for you to rent your condo, and they make a 1 or 2 year lease with this customer. But what they do in the background, the customer leases for you with a high rate, a high rental, but they gave the customer like half of the rent in cash. So the customer, he will move out after the 2 years, and then you have to find your own customer, and then you will have to find a customer to the value of the market, which will not give you anything in this return margin. But property also had a risk. Just imagine how I felt when the earthquake happened. Like on the second day, we got an email from the juristic person that we all had to move out until the evening. This was implying that the house was not safe for living. But luckily, I was talking to the heuristic person, and they told me, no, this is just a precaution because we don't want to have any legal obligation if something happens. And then in the evening already, they sent another email, everybody can stay in the condo, the building is safe for living. And these are things, they can happen, and they could easily happen another way around. I think some 80 buildings in Bangkok, they got closed down because the damages were too severe to live in those condos. So those people really had to move out. But I was lucky, all my tenants could stay in the room, I could stay in the room, but I had to renovate every room. So in this year, I had a lot of money to pay to renovate all my rooms to keep the value. But this is done, and hopefully the insurance will reimburse me. So how do you invest wisely in Thailand? Start small. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. At least not until you have lived here for a while. Build relationships. Networking is critical in Thailand. Bilingual lawyers for all property or business transaction. Stick to transparency, legally sound investments. Avoid anything that promises huge returns with no risks. Many people have been scammed here. Investing in Thailand as an expat can be rewarding if you go in prepared. Focus to understanding the rules, working with the right people, and protect your assets. If you want to learn more about living smart in Thailand, subscribe for more videos on visa, lifestyle, and expat finances. Tell us all your experience about investing in Thailand in the comments, and let us talk about all of this in the comments more into the depth with all your experience and what you did. I'm sure many of you, the ones who live here in Thailand, you invested into a house, into some property. And how did you do it? Did you put it in your name? Is it in the name of your wife? Is it shared? Is it on the land of her? Who is the landowner? Because in Thailand, you cannot be landowner. You can own a condo, but only in a condo which belongs 51% to Thai people. I mean, the building belongs 51% to Thai people and 49% can be owned by foreigners. So I'm in a building like this with my condos, so it is no problem for me. I'm fully owner. Okay, so if you like this video, please click like. And if you want to stay with us, you can click here, 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 or here. And then I see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.